again, this is Divine Sunshine, and this is Divine Unisource 11. Make sure that you like, share, click, and subscribe, because when you do that, you pour your energies to this channel so I can be able to make this reading tailor-made for you. All right, so let's look and see. We know that on this channel that everybody, that our person is awakened. We know that our person is doing the work just like we are doing the work. If they're not, we're going to put that out there in the universe, and we're going to claim that together, because when 2 or 3 are gathering together, we know that we make it and we solidify it, we make it manifest. So I'm right there with you. And you always want your person, for you to be doing the work, that your person is doing the work, which means that you're growing. That's a good sign. All right, and so let's take a look at, since we're talking about growing, we know that the job of the karmic energy is to teach a lesson so your person can be able to put on a path, and that could come in a person, place, or thing. I like to do check-ins just to see what's going on. I did a check-in with the karmic thing. Remember, again, just like everybody says, these readings are timeless, so whenever you do get on here, you will be able to see what is going on with the situation. Well, again, it could be on the job, it could be a person, it could be a house that's being, this was being interestingly karmic. If you've seen my ones talking about the Leo portal, and I talked about what's happening in the house and working with the contractor. So again, karma shows up in different ways. I think my mom told me, say, karma doesn't forget your address. Yeah, literally it did not forget that when it came to what happened here with the water situation. But anyway, off of me into the situation, just to let you know it shows up in different ways. So now let's look and see what is this the ones I use or whatever, we're going to use it today. Okay, so now let's look and see what is clear. What is the lesson? What is the lesson that they're learning right now through the karmic system? I like it when it does this. This means right there they're pulling it for me. Ooh, whoa, wow, 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 wow. So, okay, when I look at this, when I look at this, the lesson they learn right now is to take a chill pill. The ego, it says 500 milligrams. That's quite a bit. Egotism, which represents the ego. Now, the ego's job, we know, can go several ways. Again, the ego's job is just, again, it's a protector. It's also a cheerleader. It could be an overly hype man, too, as well, that you're like, okay, I got it. You know, it's my turn. It's doing all that dance you think about in the 90s where you had the hype man. They was dancing like, woo, woo. All right, when I say, you know, when I say ego, you say ho, 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 ho. When I say ego, you say ho, ho, ho. You know, and that you're like, okay, all right. We didn't say it about 50 times at this concert. When is Dougie Fresh coming on? You know, so this is what it is that, again, the ego has been saying to your person that is again in the lesson has been hyping up, and they have gotten now to the point that it's like, in order to make this ego stop, I'm going to have to take a chill pill, because this ego has hyped me up into situations that I feel that I had no business being in at this time. And so now this is where your person is in this karmic lesson of understanding that, again, I've got to calm the ego down. I might have overspoken. I might have spoken a little too abruptly here and there, because the ego had kind of pushed me in there. And now I'm kind of seeing that this mouth is really cashing checks that this behind can't cash. So this is where it is here. So this is interesting that we've got we've grown a pair. We have actually the Emperor and the Empress out here. Now, we have the Empress in here is, again, is in this energy, and there's a balancing out. Again, diamonds is a girl's friend. Diamonds is a girl's best friend. The feminine energies of the Empress is living their best life. They're like, I'm sitting pretty. I got everything, you know, people are catering to me. I ain't having no problems. I'm sophisticated. I'm living the life. And in some ways, I want to say that this again is some of the learning lessons that your person is learning from looking at the feminine energies of how it's going about its way. Now, it kind of goes two ways with this, because it could be the feminine energies within them is saying, hey, you know, we're okay with this. We're, as stated again, we're understanding about the materialism. I keep on hearing Marilyn Monroe said that thing. So to me, in the Empress thing is, again, is a distorted feminine energies. This distorted, which means it's not whole, all the way healed like it should be. But at the same time, is mirroring the opposite in your person, or in this person that's in this karmic situation, because the feminine energies is doing all right. It's like I'm really all right. Okay, I'm fine in this. The ones that's not learning the lesson. So I would say outside that karmic connection or that lesson that's happening, that dynamic, that karmic dynamic, which is, again, if you listen to K Moon, which is this frequency that keeps on playing of a lesson that they have not released. They came from either other past lives or this life of a situation of that had happened, that it just keeps on playing because you haven't gotten it out of your system of that frequency, and it just keeps on vibrating. Like, you know, you throw a pebble in the water, and although you done thrown that stone, but the water is still vibrating and still rippling. It's the same thing. That situation has already started rippling. You say, well, it's over with. You know, my mom talked to me a certain way, and I thought I got it over with, but now every woman that you meet is your mom, you know, and you feel like I got to get back because my mom talked to me a certain way. So now every woman I got to one up her, because I felt like I lost my ability to speak with my mom. But when I talk to a woman now, it's just like, okay, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind and then some. That's that vibration that's still going on, but you're like, where's this coming from? And you know, this is from your childhood. This to me is what's kind of going on in this karmic situation, that again is something about in which the way they are seeing this feminine energy with this. And so again, it's saying the kind of chill. The masculine energy, the emperor got to kind of chill, because they got, again, this is karmic, this is what we're learning. It's a little bit too much of ego, too much masculine energies that they're showing. And the karma in the feminine energies is too much of Marilyn Monroe diamonds and the materialism, and in this way is too overplaying. The healed part of this is what they need to remember in this karmic situation, is where they need to do is the emperor would be more chilled, more grounded in the way they manifested, the way they show up, their leadership, how they get things done is chilled to the next episode. The feminine energies and where they need to heal and get to would be like, I'm all right with my life. To me, it's like, I don't need the diamonds. I'm rich in who I am, in my character, in my ability. Who I am is rich, okay? Because even with Marilyn Monroe, you know, to me, when I think of that, it's just like, okay, you just sexy, just period, just you showing up, you know, just the way you are. This is it. And to me, when I look at this picture here, she's looking like, again, it's like, I just don't know. Like, what? I'm cute? Oh, you know, I don't think of that. You know, it's just naturally Azul. It's no effort being put into. It just is. But this is not where, this is the karma. This is the lesson that this person, again, has to learn. Okay, so right now, what's actually going on with this person. What's going on with divine truth? What's actually, no, stop. I did that. This is the one. I want to know. I want to peekaboo into the life. What is actually going on in this person's life? Clear. Phew. So they're doing some things that's taboo in this one, and they're living in duality. And they know that it's TikTok because it's time. Again, that's that urgency, but they know also that with this, that there's divine intervention at play. There's divine timing at play in this. Because I see union here, because I see the rainbows being here. So they know they got to balance things out. They feel regret in this situation. They're curious to see about what's happening on the other side of things. Like when I get out of this situation, I'm curious about this better life that I could be living. I'm curious about what things I should be doing to get me out of this situation. So it's a lot of curiosity, and curiosity kills the cat, but satisfaction brings them back. So again, that cat thing is the flexibility, but if it's a black cat, again, that curiosity can lead them into bad thinking or superstitious thinking, which is again keeps them on that continuous loop of the what is, but in the bad way, or that ego coming in and playing and being a hype man and like, nah, you shouldn't do it. You know, last time you do it, this what happened. And so it's just like, no, we shouldn't do that. And it's just coming up with all these kind of things that hype them in the other direction not to do it. And you end up saying, okay, man, you're right, I shouldn't do that. There go temptation again. Lord have mercy. This is about the third time this word temptation that came out. So again, temptation. What is it that I am that I'm feeling tempted? Other people, money, persons, place of things. Something that's, again, that's tempting me to get me off of where I want to go. That's tempting me and say, I'm tempted to kind of stay where I'm at. Or I'm tempted to leave where I am because I could... It's greener pastures on the side. Or I'm tempted by the green. The grass is greener on the other side. Where am I tempted with that? Okay, and this is again, through temptation again. You go by the story of Adam and Eve. There is again of the losing of clarity and sight of where you are, and you start to believe in the illusions of things. So again, if you go by that story, that like, and it said, and then one, God has said in the Bible, who said you naked? You know, before then they believed that they were fully clothed. They didn't really see the true essence of who they are. Are they really being tempted to not believe who they are or that life that they're destined to have? Are they being tempted to believe that, hey, where I am is the best that I can have at this time? So there's that temptation there. I keep on saying, lead us not into temptation. Lead us not. Let me not go into that, because I definitely know who I am as the divine. But let me make sure I'm not walking into something that's going to take me off of my true essence of who I am. And so, again, they understand about nirvana. What is bringing them, making them high, bringing them in that state of utopia. And this is, again, what's going on with the karmic situation, because, again, they've been doing something, dealing with something that's been taboo. This taboo thing, to me, is, again, more worldly, more fleshly, more of something, again, I'm thinking about, again, that they know is not healthy, and that's not really in alignment with who they truly are. Because I'm looking at this person like in bondage and tied up, and it's keeping them tied up into things, and it's keeping them into duality, you know, that I could get with this, I could get with that, but I could get with this, but this is where it's at. You know, and this is this right here, but they know right now is divine timing is a play, especially if they want this union. And so now they're kind of regretting. I see them being naked, being vulnerable, but they're really, at this point, really regretting where they have led them to believe who they are as it within has really been aligned with, but they really been lying to themselves that this is who they are, and this is not how they be in this situation. So now it's a lot of question marks is coming up, and they're really kind of right now at the point that they're curious about the other opportunities that lie ahead of them beyond where they are. And so now it's tempting them to get out of this situation, because again, they're really listening to who they truly are now. Beforehand, it was not them really being true to form as to who they are with that. And so now they're really looking for what really brings them true nirvana, true heaven. That's what I live for. A place where love will never cease, willing to die for. 'Cause everywhere I want to be. BB and CC Winans. So now let's look and see about as far as where they are. Awakened. Where does the spirit want them to be awakened? Is there anything else? So what's the divine truth? And then we'll get into that, because I'm going right now, it seems like 20 minutes, which is fine. See this, I kept on going these two. So right now, the divine truth that's being brought into this karmic situation is again being guided. My spirit guides are helping assist in this divine connection, new insight. And that goes back again to, the TikTok, which is divine intervention or divine timing. Okay? They're guiding them because right now the temptation and the question marks is being come up. So they need to kind of, again, get that curiosity, that satisfaction to bring them back. Okay, so they can truly understand, because this temptation is making them kind of waver and really question as to who their identity really truly is at this time. You know, who am I? Because, you know, as they eat the whatever, it's not the apple, somebody say it was kiwi or strawberry, they eat that, it's bringing them a reality, the fruit of life, the fruit, again, is bringing them into this awareness of seeing beyond what's being presented to them. Let's put it that way. Okay, so the guides are, again, now the truth is the guides are coming in to help in this karmic situation, because they now know, to me, it's like their eyes have been awakened for this temptation. It's like their eyes have now been awakened. They're seeing that they had failed for the temptation of the lure of whatever this karmic situation brought to them, and now they're looking and saying, oh my God, I'm naked, or I'm not all that I thought it was. This ego brought me into this, and I ain't all that in the bag of chips, or I'm putting on this persona that I am, you know, Dimes is the girl's best friend. I'm putting on this, all this extra stuff. But at the end of the day, who am I? Am I satisfied with all this material world, material things? Living in a material world. Yeah. So, right, is that it? Then, this, what is happening to divine truth is soulmates. I'm drawn to you in a way I've never experienced before, a love so deep and complex. So right now, this person in these karmic situations, what they're learning now through is that the soul is really truly calling, again, the special person, myself, is really helping to draw them in, and it's bringing closer. And the more and more alignment that you are, I think you probably well could say, again, we felt a meshing of the blending of really the essence of our special one or myself, that you can feel like, okay, like India Ari say, I don't know where my skin began, I don't know where yours end. We really feeling the meshing of the two of the energies now, and that's helping us to understand that we're not by ourselves, that we are truly one, and there's no aloneness there, that we're really feeling that. So with this that this deep in this complexity is like right now where there are in this karmic situation is helping them understand how superficial it is. This is really the veil, or the, you know, whatever, the blinders or whatever has been on over the eyes is now really being taken off, and really being able to see what's really going on here, like how I've acted, how I've contributed in this situation. This is what your person is learning in this karmic situation, along with this saying butterflies. The butterfly knows the beauty of change. It settles when you least expect it. And so they know that they're right now, this karmic situation is bringing them to a close of a chapter. Okay, I'll go with that. And it's helping them to really understand you're transforming, just like the caterpillar. The caterpillar eats. To me, it seems like it's been greedy through the ego about how it's presenting itself in its masculine energies. It seems like it's been greedy and eating and over-exaggerating about the material world and those things like that. But now it's getting to the point that it's saying, okay, I've eaten, I'm full, and now it's time to break down. This is what this karmic situation is now bringing your person at this time. So they're going to, it's starting to break down and starting the process so they can become the transforming, the metamorphosis into this divine person. Because now they're saying it's a little bit too much, take it in. It's a little bit too taking me off as to who I am and my identity. So this is where it is. And so they're now getting ready to transform into this butterfly. So they might start kind of cocooning. You might find yourself a little bit less out there in the world, or less kind of, to me, they're saying through this karmic situation, less interaction with the people, the persons, and the places and things, because they're really kind to get in touch with their own frequency and where they are right now. The beauty of change, so they're changing, really getting a true understanding what true beauty is. Not underneath this empress where it's over exaggerated with the makeup and the jewelry and the diamonds is the best girl's best friend. Diamonds are girls' best friends, because they know that, again, diamond goes through pressure, and for it to be able to be beautiful, it's got to go through some challenges and some trials and tribulations. And so that's the same thing. And so when you least expect it, it settles when you least expect it. So again, the person might, again, after this karmic situation, might come out of the blue, might do some things that's unexpected as they're going through these changes and metamorphoses. And they may not, they're saying some might have to kind of draw away and might not communicate. Some of them can, again, is still, they're withdrawing from their situation, but they're not withdrawing from you, because they're, again, becoming more, they say, stuck like glue, and understanding to be more true. And so, again, in being true, they're going to be, again, more closer to you. So this is a different thing when it comes to you, because I can hear somebody say, don't get panicky, because they are withdrawing from the people, the person, place, of things, that the karmic situation, but they're not withdrawing from you, they're drawing to you. Okay, all right then. And the last thing is, I wanted to do from the awakened. What time is 24? That's right, I kind of doing, I'm still on that one. I put it to the side. Here's the awakened. So what's the advice that you watching this, the awakened soul, or the one is here, what is it, the advice that the spirit wants to give you? Okay, they're saying this has perseverance to me, to stay on the path that you're doing, to be able to finish the race and not to give up. For you, keep on and doing leadership. Interesting, they got the lion here, especially with the lion's gate. So if it's something that, again, about wanting to speak. I think that was in the other video. Something that you want to speak upon, show leadership. And you can show leadership just by you sharing ideas. Sharing your ideas is a way of you leading. I mean, you don't have to be also noticed or titled as a leader. Just you doing that is showing leadership. Or initiative is leadership. To speak up and voice something that maybe nobody else has done. That's leadership. And it's interesting. She's got the color orange. Especially in the feminine energies. This is again stated. The feminine energies is the one that's going to be able to lead the way and to help, especially those that need to be healed. Is through that feminine energies that's going to help to pull that divine masculine energies into out of retribution. I don't know. I gotta look that up again. They're gonna know them words about what's going on there. Because like last time was gleaning. This one is retribution. So whatever is that state that has to be there, that's got to be out of there. So retribution and arbitration. So those things you got to be kind of drawn out of there. Again, your speaking and your leadership is going to be there. And you as the feminine has got to take the lead. So if you're staying in there, watching your words, watching what you're doing, how you're showing up, that is another way in which is going to be able to help pull the divine masculine energies in both of the connection, whatever situation, to kind of step out and do it. We all in some kind of way have gotten into karmic situations. Not just your person. You too have experienced or been in there or that's doing it too in those connections. So again, remember, have the feminine energies kind of lead you, your state of being, or being a leader, a role model. Lead the way to be able to help bring out the divine masculine energies out of this ego. And I mean truly, authentically be a leader. Not because your ego pushed you out there to be the hype man, to say you can do it, you tell them what to do, you tell them where to go, how they gonna be, what they gonna say. Like that's ego. But again, you say, you know what, I feel this way is better for the company, or this is better for us, and I think that's going to really motivate us to go into the next level. This because I really want to nurture this. I want to see this really grow and manifest itself and be birthed. That's a feminine energy, okay, because it's all about the nurturing there. This is what it's saying about you be a leader that way. And then also, again, this is all feminine energies, and I told you about that's how you're going to be able to heal there. Is guidance. It's also saying guidance. It's got here for reading. For again, somebody that again is a reader. You could also try me out as well too, because I do readings, personal readings too as well. You have to go to divineUnisouls.co, and I have there ways in which you could be able to book a reading there too as well. So this is it. This is the lessons that they're learning about. To me, is about really balancing both the feminine and the masculine energies into more of a healthy way, instead of this one with this extra ego, and the feminine diamonds is the best, a male's best friend. It's really like, let's get out of all that fakey fake, and let's really get into our true authentic self, or our divine self, not what our friends, our family, and the world see us as how we're supposed to be. No, who are you truly supposed to be? Who you say you are. And this is where they're pushing them to be. All right then, as always, thank you so very much. That is the last reading for the night. So again, thank you so very much. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and namago. All right, until next time, love you. All right then, and I'll be talking to you real soon.